Now I had a friend, let's call him Barry, who was planning a grand American adventure. He was absolutely buzzing, telling me all about it. He was going to Texas, you see. He had the 10-gallon hat, the cowboy boots, the whole shebang ready to go. He talked endlessly about BBQ, ranches, and the sheer size of everything. "It's all bigger in Texas, Graham," he'd say. When I mentioned he should also pop over to a little place called Palm Springs, he just gave me a blank look. He'd never even heard of it. All his focus was on the Lone Star State, and this other name just didn't register on his radar. He imagined all of California was just Los Angeles and traffic jams. So I had to sit him down for a little chat, a bit of a geography lesson if you will. I told him, "Barry darling, while you're dreaming of tumbleweeds, you're missing out on a real oasis." I tried to paint a picture for him, describing a place tucked away in the desert, surrounded by dramatic mountains. A place where the sun always seems to be shining and the biggest decision of your day is which swimming pool to lounge beside. He was still a bit skeptical, mind you. His heart was set on the Texan dream, and this Palm Springs sounded a bit too quiet, a bit too relaxed for his big adventure. He couldn't quite grasp the appeal. I explained that while Texas has its own unique charm, a certain rugged appeal, Palm Springs offers a completely different kind of magic. It's less about wide-open plains and more about glamorous, sun-drenched relaxation. It's a place where you go to escape, to recharge your batteries under the most brilliant blue skies you've ever seen. I told him to imagine sipping a cool drink by a shimmering pool, with palm trees swaying gently in the warm breeze. It's the sort of place that makes you forget what day it is, in the best possible way. The very idea of it is like a little holiday in itself. Slowly but surely I could see a little flicker of interest in his eyes. He started asking questions. "So it's not like the big city?" he asked. "Not at all," I replied. "It's the antidote to the big city. It's where people from the hustle and bustle go to find a bit of peace and quiet, but with a generous splash of style and history." He had pictured all of California as one giant metropolis. But I was showing him a different side. A hidden gem that was all about sunshine, style, and slowing down. The thought of trading his cowboy boots for a pair of flip-flops was suddenly not looking so bad. So where exactly is this magical place? Let's clear up any confusion right away. Palm Springs is nestled in the beautiful state of California, not too far from the sprawling city of Los Angeles. For anyone not familiar with American geography, it can be a bit tricky. The United States is a massive country, and states like California are enormous on their own. Palm Springs is located in what's known as Southern California in an area called the Coachella Valley. It's part of Riverside County, and if you were driving east from Los Angeles, you'd eventually find yourself descending into this stunning desert paradise. It's like a secret garden waiting for you. Now here's a funny thing that often trips people up, especially visitors from other countries. People talk about LA all the time, but which LA are they talking about? Most of the time when you hear someone in a film or on the news mention LA, they mean Los Angeles, the city of angels, movie stars, and endless freeways. It's the big famous city in California that everyone knows about. It's the hub of the entertainment world and a place of big dreams. It's a whirlwind of energy, noise, and excitement, which is fantastic in its own way. But and this is a big but, there's another LA. The abbreviation LA is also used for the state of Louisiana, which is a completely different place, thousands of miles away in the American South. Louisiana is famous for New Orleans, jazz music, and incredible Creole food. So when someone tells you Palm Springs is near LA, they absolutely positively mean Los Angeles, California. Getting them mixed up would lead to a very, very long and confusing road trip. You'd be expecting palm trees and find yourself in a bayou which, while lovely, is not quite the desert escape you were promised. So, to be perfectly clear, Palm Springs is your sun-soaked Californian retreat. It's about a 2-hour drive from Los Angeles, depending on that infamous LA traffic, of course. You leave the big city behind, head east past the suburbs, and suddenly the landscape transforms. The buildings give way to windmills, and then, as you drive into the valley, you're greeted by towering mountains on either side. It's a dramatic entrance to a place that feels a world away from the urban sprawl, proving that even in a state as famous as California, there are still wonderful secrets to be discovered. Palm Springs isn't just special because of its sunshine, it's steeped in Hollywood history. This was the original desert playground for the rich and famous. Back in the golden age of Hollywood, movie stars had a rule in their contracts that said they had to stay within a 2-hour drive of the studios in Los Angeles. Well, guess what's about a 2-hour drive away? That's right, Palm Springs. It became the perfect escape for stars like Frank Sinatra, Marilyn Monroe, and Dean Martin. They built incredible houses there to relax, throw lavish parties, and escape the prying eyes of the press. The town absolutely loves celebrating this glamorous past. If you take a walk down Palm Canyon Drive, the main street in downtown Palm Springs, you'll notice something familiar on the sidewalks. They have their very own Walk of Stars, just like the famous one in Hollywood. But this one is dedicated to the many famous residents and celebrities who have called Palm Springs home over the years. It's a wonderful tribute to the people who helped shape the town's cool, sophisticated vibe. You can spend a whole afternoon just wandering along, spotting the names of legendary actors, singers, and presidents. And the star connections don't stop there. For a while, the town even had a celebrity mayor. The singer Sonny Bono, famous from the duo Sonny and Cher, became the mayor of Palm Springs back in the late 1980s. Can you imagine? It just adds to the unique and slightly quirky character of the place. And if you're a fan of the king of rock and roll, you're in for a treat. Elvis Presley had a house here, often called the Honeymoon Hideaway, where he and Priscilla Presley spent time after their wedding. You can actually go and see it, a perfect little time capsule of 1960s cool. This rich history is everywhere you look. It's in the architecture, with all the stunning mid-century modern homes that look like they've been plucked straight from a 1950s movie set. It's in the names of the streets, many of which are named after the very stars who used to drive down them. This connection to Hollywood's golden era gives Palm Springs a sense of glamour and nostalgia that you just don't find anywhere else. It's not just a sunny town, it's a living museum of cool where you can walk in the footsteps of legends. Now, there's one group of people who have truly figured out the magic of Palm Springs, our lovely friends from Canada. Every winter, as the snow starts to fall and the temperatures plummet across Canada, something wonderful happens. A great migration begins, and thousands of Canadians, affectionately known as snowbirds, pack their bags and head south. And where is one of their absolute favorite destinations? You guessed it. Palm Springs becomes a home away from home for people looking to trade their winter coats for swimsuits and their snow shovels for golf clubs. It's the ultimate escape from the cold. You can't really blame them, can you? Imagine spending months in a place where it's dark, freezing, and covered in a thick blanket of snow. Then you hop on a plane for a few hours, and you land in a place where the average winter temperature is a balmy 20 degrees Celsius. That's about 70 Fahrenheit. The sky is blue, the sun is warm on your skin, and the biggest weather concern is whether you need to put on more sunscreen. It's a complete and total change of scenery. The contrast between a harsh Canadian winter and a mild Palm Springs winter is just incredible. This annual influx of visitors is a huge part of the town's identity, especially during the winter and spring months. You'll hear Canadian accents everywhere in the grocery stores, on the golf courses, and by the pools. The town welcomes them with open arms, and there's a real sense of community. For many Canadians, it's not just a one-time vacation, it's an annual tradition. They come back year after year, often staying for weeks or even months at a time. They rent houses, make friends, and become a part of the local fabric until the weather warms up back home. So, in the end, Palm Springs really is a special kind of place. It's more than just a spot on a map, it's a feeling. It's the warmth of the sun, the glamour of old Hollywood, and the relaxed, easygoing vibe that makes you want to stay forever. It's a quiet refuge from the chaos of big cities like Los Angeles, and a sunny sanctuary for those fleeing the cold. It's a hidden gem that once you discover it, you'll wonder how you ever lived without knowing it was there. So next time you're planning a trip, maybe look past the big names and give this desert oasis a try. You won't regret it.